was fantastic. We're going to start with some standing. And I think we might have done this before, the hand sandwich trick. But if not, we're going to do it today. So here's the deal. This is all about hip hinging. So this is probably one of the most important biomechanical movements to be able to do. And I'm just using this as a fun game for all of us to wake up this morning. So hip hinging, meaning bending forwards at the hips. We use the hand sandwich technique, hand sandwich. Now, if you're heavier, then you really get the feedback from this because your hand will actually get squished between your belly and your thigh. So finally, a good reason to have some extra tissue here. Okay, so hands in front of the hips. What I'm trying to do is bend from the hip and squish my hand in between my stomach and my thigh. All right, my knees are not completely straight, just ever so slightly bent, and then they don't move at all. Okay, so here we go. Hands in front of the hips, and we're hinging from the hips as far as we find comfortable, and then we come back up. All right, this is the movement. Okay. Now, as we're doing this, you're doing your best. If this is brand new to you, this might feel really weird. I'm going to give you a cue. What I want you to do is have your bum reach backwards as far as possible. Okay. So you're not bending over so much as you are reaching your bum backwards. Okay. Now, if you find you can't go very far, that's just because you have tight hamstrings. The backs of your thighs are tight. That's normal. I mean, it's not good, but it's normal. Okay. So that just limits how far you can go. All right, we're doing one more here, and then come on up and relax. So the reason this is one of the most important things to be able to do is that if you can hip hinge effectively, you can clean your house, vacuum, pick up groceries, pick up kids, pick up dogs, do stuff, and keep your back safe. That's why it's so important. Okay, now we're going to stand nice and tall, and all we're going to do is keep this hand position here, okay? But now we're just going to lift one leg. So just let the knee bend, lift the leg, and come up. Okay, that's it. Switch sides. So we're going back and forth, flexing the hip. And what I want you to feel as we're doing this is notice how your thigh and your stomach come together and they squish your hand, okay? All right, back and forth, waking up some balance. Remember, you don't have to look down to see it working, okay? You can look straight forwards. I want you to feel the front of your hip. You can actually sometimes feel the muscles working, okay? Back and forth. All right. So keep your hands there. And now we're going to do both legs at once. And I know that sounds like a circus trick, but watch carefully. This is what it looks like. Okay, that's exactly the same thing we did to begin with. So your hips bend. That's what brings your legs up like this. But hip flexion, both at once. Obviously, the legs don't come up. The upper body has to go down. So we're going to resume that same thing we did in the beginning. Okay. And now you might have a different sense of how this is supposed to work. It should feel the same as one and other leg popping up, but now you can feel yourself pulling from the front of your hips as you try to pull yourself down, okay? And we're just continuing to do this gentle movement, all right? There should be no bending in the back. The back, your spine should be in the same position as you bend forwards, because the bending happens from the hips. We're doing 3 more. Fantastic. 2 more. And our last one coming up here. Oh, all right, and relax. Okay, that's in keeping also with the theme of independence once we get into the care home, right? Okay. Arms. Just warm up the body here. So let's take your elbows pretty much straight, and we're going to find a comfortable position with the arms a little bit in front, a little bit below horizontal, and now we're just going to make circles at a comfortable size and a comfortable speed. While you're doing this, what I want you to do, you keep doing the circles, and I'm going to show you the other piece to it. You're circling, okay, and you're going to take your shoulder blades, and you're going to just gently pull them back, not up, just back, as we're doing the circles, okay? If you felt your head shoot forwards when you pulled your shoulder blades back, well, tuck that chin back in a little bit, okay? And the circles should be just comfortable. You're just focused primarily on shoulders back, shoulders back. All right, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. So we're always trying to avoid the shrugging, okay? And we're trying to kind of pull the shoulder blades back because that's what creates strength and tone up here, and that's what gives you good posture. Okay, so back to circles. Whatever way you went the first time, you're gonna go the opposite direction, okay? Same thing, comfortable location, comfortable speed, comfortable size. And now bring attention to your shoulder blades and try to bring them together behind you. So you're pulling the shoulder blades backwards while making circles. Your head is not shooting forwards, okay? Tuck that chin back in. If you find that your circles fall apart when you pull the shoulder blades back, and then you start the circles again, and that means the shoulders come forwards. So then you try to pull the shoulders back, but then the circles stop. That's okay. That's perfect, actually. That just means this is something that's even more important for you to do. Circles, circles. Nice, holding those shoulder blades back. All right, relax and let that rest. Okay. So now we're gonna do the same shoulder thing, but instead of making the arms work, we're gonna really try to make them relax and rest. So the opposite of what we just did, the arms have to relax, relax, relax. Okay, so here's what it's gonna look like. You're standing nice and tall. You're gonna gently glide the shoulder blades back, and then you're gonna let them relax. Glide backwards and relax. All right, you're doing it, I'm doing it. As we pull it backwards, we're avoiding shrugging, so there's no upward motion. And then if you feel yourself like using your arms to try to help a little bit, don't, okay? Remember, the arms are just spaghetti noodles, and you're just gently gliding back. Your hands should just be totally relaxed, like more relaxed than ever, okay? And we're just pulling or gliding, sliding, pulling the shoulder blades back, and then relaxing. There's never any need to see if we can make them go forwards really far, because they do that naturally all day long when you're keyboarding and mousing, okay? Just gently pulling them back. We're doing 2 more-ish. We might not be all going at the same speed. That's okay. Last one here. And relax. Perfect. Okay. Well, my watch just told me I got a goal. I wonder what that is. It tells me that I just fireworks are going off on it. I did something amazing apparently. Okay. So that shoulder blade back and forth thing, that was to get one part moving while something else is being totally relaxed. Okay. Next exercise, we're going to stick with the shoulder blade gliding backwards. So same as what we just did, but we're going to hold it. So now we're all doing this together at the same time on the same count. And I'll count us down. We'll glide backwards. So again, the shoulder blades just glide backwards. Head does not shoot forwards. And then I'll start counting. All right, ready, set, and glide backwards. And now we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Remember that the chin stays tucked and the arms stay relaxed. Glide backwards for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So when I say relax, I mean totally relax. Okay, don't like get ready for the next one. Just relax. Okay, number 3, here we go. Glide backwards and hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, when you're gliding backwards, you don't have to go as far back as possible to get the gold medal. You just have to move a little bit backwards. All right, going again. Glide backwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Doing one more. Get ready. Glide backwards and hold for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. All right. Last party trick for the day. So that first movement we did called hip hinging. Hip hinging, right? We got that? So I'm super curious as to how that's working out for everybody, because this is one of the most, I'll admit, difficult things for people to do right. Statistically speaking, males struggle with it far more than females. Not sure why. I'm just going to assume that you're kind of somewhere in the zone between a 1 and 10, and we're working with it. So the last one is a one-legged hip hinge. So it kind of looks like I'm going to do one leg, which means as I hinge, my other foot, whoops, is going to go backwards. I call this a teeter-totter. Kind of like that little bird with the beak that dips its beak into the red juice. Most people kind of have a visual on what I'm talking about. So we're going to balance on, I'm going to say the right leg. I'm balancing my right leg. And then I'm going to hip hinge or teeter as far as I feel comfortable. And then I'm going to come back up. All right, we're all doing this together. We're just on the right leg. We're trying really hard to balance. We're trying to do this hip hinging thing. If you feel your right bum cheek just light right up, yeah, that's what we're looking for, okay? If your balance is failing, that's okay. Just catch your balance and try again, all right? The leg that's in the air, that knee should be straight. I don't think mine was because I went to straighten it and it moved, so. Okay, we're doing one more of this. After I come up, we're going to try one more. A goal that you want is that left foot never actually touches the floor, but obviously sometimes that's unreasonable. Okay, and relax. Woo! Now, if your right foot is just on fire from balancing for that whole time, perfect. It loves that. We're doing the other leg. Okay, ready? We're balancing on the left foot now, and we're going to see if we can teeter. Oh, if your hamstring's really flexible, maybe you can go until you're level with the ground, okay? Maybe. Obviously, the balance has to be there for you for that. And again, we're balancing on the left foot. We're trying to simply hinge from the hip. Chest goes down, right foot goes up. The left foot seems to be working very hard and grabbing the floor and trying to find some sort of perch to make this possible. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, one little tip for balance is keep breathing. Because oftentimes we stop breathing because it's just one more thing to do. But keep breathing. This is our last repetition here. Last repetition. Oh, okay. Whew. Yeah, so even the shin muscle, everything in that left lower leg just gets on fire. So, hip hinging and teeter-totter. I bet you guys look fantastic with that. And with that, I hope your week goes fantastic. And I will see you again Wednesday. Take care.